Hello everybody, in this lesson I want to teach you the Christmas song Winter Wonderland. As always, I'm going to play the song for you first, and then at the end I'm going to break it down and explain it to you in more detail, so be sure to stick around at the end for that. And let's go ahead and get started.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in the winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. You say, are you married? We'll say, no man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kiddies knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Though your nose gets a chillin', we'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Alright, so this song uses 10 different chords, which is quite a lot. And the reason for that is because the song is changing keys in the middle. It jumps from one key to another multiple times. In fact, the song is in 3 different keys. It starts in the key of C, and then it jumps to the key of E, then it jumps to the key of G, and then back to the key of C. So it's moving all over the place. But what's really nice is that the 3 keys that the song is in, C, G, and E, are all part of the 3 chord families that I teach in my 3-step guide, which you can click up there to get. So the chords that I'm going to be using for this song, they're going to be different variations maybe than you're used to seeing. They're just made to make transitioning easier within a given chord family. So as I said earlier, the song starts off in the key of C, and so we have the C chord, and then we have a G chord. And you'll notice in the song when I play it, I'm actually playing 2 different Gs. I'm playing this G when I'm in the C chord family, and then later when we're transitioning to the key of G, I switch to this G, okay? And the reason for that is because of the chords around it, it makes it easier to play these chords. So I'm picking chords that are easier to play in coordination with other chords that come around them, okay? All right, and then from that G, we're gonna go to a F over C. And this is a nice alternative to the traditional way to play an F. So you could use this. There's no barring that's necessary. We have our 3rd and 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the A and D string, and then 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. And we're going to be strumming from the B string down for this one. Now you'll notice sometimes when I switch to that G, so like at the end of the verse, it goes from C to G, which is like this, and then back to C really quick. That G only lasts for half of a measure. So because of that, you'll notice that I don't actually put my pinky down for that one. I just play the C, and then I go here and I leave my pinky off, and then I come back to C again, okay? Because the transition is happening so fast, I'm purposefully not strumming that low E string, okay? So I'm just going to be strumming the upper 4 or 5 strings when I get to that quick G. And that just helps me to make that transition quicker. I don't have to get an extra finger down and then get it back off again just for like 1 beat. So that just makes that easier to play. For the strum pattern, we're going to be using the folk pattern, which is a 4-beat strum pattern. We're going to have 4 down strums and then an up strum added after beat 3 and 4. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Now an important part of this strum pattern is the very first beat of the measure, we want to only pluck the first note of the chord. So let me explain what that means. If I'm holding the C chord, the first note of the C chord is not the low E string. It's actually the A string, which is my C note, okay? So I want to make sure when I'm playing a C that I'm starting on that A string, okay? So the first beat of the measure, I'm going to pluck that string by itself. Okay, and then the rest of the strumming, I'm going to strum all the strings, or all the remaining 5 strings. So let me just go ahead and hold my C chord, and I'm going to play through that strum pattern slowly so you can hear what it would sound like. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 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 1. There's a lot of parts of the song where the chords are actually only lasting for half of a measure. So while I'm in the middle of that strum pattern, I need to be switching to another chord. So what that means is that on beat 1 and 2, I'm going to be on one chord, and then I need to be switching after beat 2, and then on beat 3 and 4, I'm playing a new chord, and then after beat 4, I'm switching to another chord, and I'm coming back to a new chord on the beginning of the new measure. Okay? So let me give you an example of a part of the song where this happened. At the very first verse, a beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in the winter wonderland. So right there, we have that G, and then we have an F over C, and that G, all of these are going to be lasting just half a measure. Okay? So we have the G again, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, and that one's back to lasting a whole measure. So again, let me play that slowly. Beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. All right, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care.